Hello, everyone. My name is Amy Kuster, and I'm excited to share with you today some fun BOOMbox event preview content. My colleague Amy Holcomb is here to get us started.
Hello, Amy. Yes, I'm super excited about our next round of BOOMbox at Home blog posts. So our Experiential Learning Specialist team has been working on them for the last month or so, and we're focusing on ingredients. So Amy, when you hear the word ingredients, what do you think of?
Yeah, for me, I definitely think about recipe ingredients first. I used to share a lot of recipes and just would type that out a ton. So yeah, thinking about food and cooking is what comes to mind first for me.
Totally, yes. And I also think about food because I'm hungry a lot. But what I really like about what the experiential learning specialists have done is that they've gone beyond what we typically think of when we say ingredients, and they're covering an assortment of topics. So what I'd like to do today is hear from everyone, and we can get a little bit of a preview of what their posts are covering. We also have some activity sheets coming up, as well as a few videos. So it's very exciting. So let's hear from Erica first. Erica, would you like to share what your post is about?
Hi, yes, I'm Erica, and my post is focused on the ingredients of a good pattern. So my post has a section about Zentangles, and they are so awesome. Zentangles are a mindfulness pattern art activity that allows you to create art without being an artist, so to speak. And you can check out my activity sheet for more.
Thanks, Erica. I didn't know what Zentangles were until I read Erica's post. And I think people are really going to appreciate it, particularly with like the February blues coming up when it's cold and dark and you're not quite sure what to do. So thank you, Erica. Let's see. So thinking about other like non-traditional ingredients, let's hear from Pam. So
Oh, hi.
There you are. Hi.
Hi. My blog post is about ingredients of a good story. And I was interested in that because storytelling, whether it's written or you're telling it like we are on video or live, can be daunting thing. And just getting started is always the hardest thing. So we have some information about writing stories, about drawing stories, the video kind of storytelling like on TED Talks, and some tips from them on how to do a good presentation, which is not to leave your sound muted like I did in the beginning. And then if you're like me and you need to organize your thinking, we also have sheets on how to build a story if you want to fill in the elements to help you organize your thoughts or remember what you started when you go back to it the next day. So I think we have lots of good information on storytelling. It'll be fun.
Great. Thanks, Pam. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm not great at storytelling. I used to get made fun of if I started telling a story, and then people would be like, and then you found $5. So I think your post is going to be really helpful for me personally. So thanks. So this whole journey into ingredients started because Eli read a book, and then I read the book, and I was like, oh yeah, this is good stuff. So let's hear from Eli about the inspiration for this topic.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eli, and I read a lot of books. So the inspiration for this topic was actually the book Ingredients, The Strange Chemistry of What We Put in Us and On Us by George Zedon. I'm probably not pronouncing that name right, but it's really interesting because it has a lot of history about like food in the food industry, but also things like sunscreen and how we regulate how products can be labeled and the different types of things that are in the products we use every day, which inspired both this rotation and to a certain extent, the two posts that I worked on. One of the posts that I worked on is about alternatives and substitutions. And in that, I talk about some things like eco-friendly substitutes, as well as swaps to adapt recipes to be more friendly to different diets. And as part of that, we have an activity sheet on how to make a delicious 2-ingredient cake, which is great if you, like me, are bad at cooking, or if you want a cake that doesn't have eggs in it. And then for my other post, sorry for the parents in the crowd, but this one's pretty messy. It's about the ingredients of art and art materials. So we have some things about like how to make paint or how to make kinetic sand, but we also talk about some of the different features that go into a piece of art, like the style and the medium and the subject matter.
Thanks, Eli. Those sound great. And I do recommend the book. So if you want to delve deeper, Ingredients by George Z. It'll be on a book list that we're also putting together. So in talking a little bit about that book, it reminds me of Vina's subject for her post. Vina, do you want to share a little bit about what you explored?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Vina. My blog post was about makeup, melanin, and henna. And so it was really exciting to work on it. And I learned so much, especially having not worn makeup for 10 months. So the ingredients that I was most surprised about were berry juice, beeswax, and rice powder. And wearing makeup with these ingredients dated back to ancient times in China, and then also among many First Nations and Indigenous people. So, you know, related to this topic, I was just really excited to kind of learn about special effects makeup, and particularly in that I didn't notice when I watched the Black Panthers film, and was really excited to learn about. And then learned about how makeup is also related to melanin for many people, and like finding the right skin tone, finding the right makeup that matches your skin tone. And then also it's moving towards more gender inclusivity, which was also really important to learn about for me, because I had no idea. And activities include making your very own henna design, and well, courtesy of my niece who helped make the template, and then also mixing paints to match your skin tone. So it was really fun, and I learned so much while writing it.
Thanks, Vina. I also learned a ton reading through that and watching the videos. There are some great videos in that post in particular, including one by the 6th grader friend of the Skokie Public Library, Vina's niece. So keep your eyes out open for that one. So thinking back to the more traditional view of ingredients like Amy, you were talking about, I think it'd be great to hear from Michelle and her post.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I went back to basics with my blog post about the ingredients of nutrition. Because like Amy, when I thought about nutrition, I thought about food and how food is great at helping you grow and stay healthy. But why does it do it? What are nutrients anyway? What do nutrients look like? And how do nutrients help you grow and help you stay healthy? So those are all topics that I've explored in my blog post, which included activities about how you can break down things like potatoes or wheat flour to see what they're made out of, and what the nutrients actually look like in those ingredients. And I've also included another activity about how you can put together all the foods that you normally eat in your life and make them fun, but also take a closer look at how they help you grow. But all this talk about food is making my tummy rumble. So I'll pass back to Amy.
Thanks, Michelle. And we can look forward to another live event in January, later in January, featuring snacks to expand a little bit more on the nutrition blog post. So one thing with food, you think about eating it, but you can also use it for other things. So I think now would be a great time to hear from Franny and what she focused on for her blog post.
Hi, I'm Franny. So my blog post is about paper. What is it made out of? Trees, plants, maybe, and many more things. So I talk about the different kinds of paper and the plants from around the world that people use as writing surfaces. And then I also talk about different ways that you can make your own paper. It's a really great sensory activity, kind of nice, squishy in your hands, and a great way to get rid of all your extra scraps and junk mail. Making recycled paper is super fun, and it's something I love to do. And then a bonus activity is making paper out of zucchini papyrus. And I have an activity sheet, and I hopefully will also be doing a live event if you want to get creative in your kitchen.
That sounds so fun. Thanks, Franny. So thinking about the sensory and feeling stuff, I think it makes sense that we hear from Minor now about what she focused on, a Skokie Public Library favorite.
Hi guys, my name is Minor and I focused on slime. I'm sure we've all heard of slime. If you haven't made it before, you've probably seen videos of people making it. It's super popular, and I included a bunch of different recipes in both my blog post and my activity sheet. But my blog post mainly focused on the science behind slime. While researching, who knew that Isaac Newton had anything to do with it? But apparently it's a really big part of how slime is made. And there's a lot of chemicals that are used in it. So check out my blog post if you want to learn more about that. And also check it out for non-traditional versions of slime that are borax-free, edible versions. You can even make slime out of your favorite candy. So yeah.
Candy, slime, no way. That is a bonus fact I didn't know about. Did you know about that, Amy?
I did not. I certainly not about the candy. I knew a little sneak peek about Sir Isaac Newton. But yeah, no, I'm so excited about all of these ways to explore so many facets of ingredients. And I'm really excited that these are going to start rolling out on the library's blog starting towards the end of next week. So beginning of January, is that right?
Yes, that's right. So we have weekly posts that come out. The order will be a surprise, not to you and I, but to everyone else.
Right.
And yep, with that, we also have the activity sheets that are posted on the fun things to do, or what is it called? Fun things to do.
Every Monday on the library website, if you go to skokielibrary.info and then to the resources tab, there's fun things to do. And so all of those videos and activity sheets make their kind of sneaky debut there. And then every weekend on Saturday and Sunday, we have a placeholder on our events calendar for that week's BOOMbox at Home blog post that links all of the activities and resources.
And you can also usually catch the blog posts on our social media channels, so Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. And we have an additional component to this round with the ingredient of the week. So we're focusing mostly on the food-based concept of ingredients, and we have pictures and recipes for inspiration to really encourage you to experiment and to try new things. I'm particularly thinking about black bean brownies, which I don't know if I would have thought about if it wasn't for the ingredient of the week. So something to look forward to there, and everyone's contributed a piece of that, which is really exciting. So I'm really pumped. The team is incredible. So keep your eyes out, debuting next week.
Excellent. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you don't already follow or subscribe to our events channel here on YouTube, you can find that just below this video recording. And yeah, stay tuned for more great live and recorded events coming.